Selling items you no longer need from around the house might be a simple method to earn additional cash. You may be able to make more money from your precious items than just pocket change if you have any on hand. Sports cards, toys, and old comic books are among the most valued collectibles. Knowing which collectibles might fetch the greatest or least money is useful because some tend to be more valuable than others. During your purging process, be sure to look for these 10 highly valuable items. Number 10. Old school comic books. Comic books have the potential to increase in value over time, making them one of the most sought-after collectibles. Committed comic book readers may be prepared to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a single edition if they wish to expand their collections. Selling outdated comics can still earn you a little more cash on the side, even if the price isn't too high. What raises the value of vintage comic books? The value of a vintage comic book is usually determined by its rarity and condition. Comic books that may fetch high prices include first editions, limited editions, and editions that include a new character. It makes sense that comic books in near mint or mint condition fetch higher prices since collectors could be prepared to shell out more money for a book with less wear and tear. Number 9. Cards of baseball. It's possible to sell baseball cards online at sports memorabilia conventions or in neighborhood hobby stores. Baseball cards are highly sought after collectibles. In addition to baseball cards, you may be able to sell various items of sports memorabilia such as miniature helmets, figurines, jerseys, gloves, bats, and pennants. Why do baseball cards have value? What is the value of my baseball cards? The card's age, rarity, and condition may all have an impact on the response. Scarcity can have the largest impact on a baseball card's selling price out of all those elements. If there are collectors actively looking for a specific card, you could be able to earn more money for it if there are fewer of that particular card available. Number 8. Antique baking cups. Even though you might not give them much thought, the casserole plates your mother or grandma could be really valuable, depending on the ones they own. In particular, vintage Pyrex and Corningware dishes can be rather valuable at auction if you can locate purchasers who are searching for missing parts to complete their collections. What raises the value of antique bakeware? The age, quality, and rarity of Pyrex and Corningware items typically determine their worth. A pattern's actual design may also have an impact because collectors may find certain patterns more appealing than others. Limited edition pieces with limited run patterns or pieces from several decades ago could fetch more money than more accessible ones. Number 7. Unusual coins. You may not even be aware that you are sitting on a veritable treasure if you have an assortment of ancient coins collecting dust. Several of the rarest editions of coins can cost thousands of dollars at auction, making them among the most sought-after and precious collectibles. Their collector value can occasionally be astounding even though their face value may be little. Why are rare coins worth their price? 3 factors usually determine a coin's value: age, rarity, and condition. In most circumstances, a coin's value increases with its age and rarity. However, condition matters since 2 coins from the same era might not be worth the same amount if one is in better shape than the other. Number 6. Retro playthings or toys. Some may want to hang on to old toys if they have sentimental value. However, if a toy is considered a collection, it might be worth the money. Collectible toys include board games, action figures, and dolls. Retro and trendy toys can also increase in value over time if collectors take an extra interest in them. Why are antique toys so valuable? A vintage toy's perceived value might vary depending on factors including age, rarity, and uniqueness. If there are only a handful of a toy available, collectors may get interested in acquiring a special or limited edition toy that was produced. Toy versions with unique production faults that set them apart from other versions could also be worth anything. Number 5. Stamps. Stamp collecting is a well-liked pastime, and you may be curious about the value of a collection you inherited from your parents or grandparents. The range for the price of each stamp could be several dollars to over 7 digits. Why are stamps worth their money? Value for stamps is determined by several factors, the first being rarity. For instance, stamps with errors in printing might be among the most valuable. The fact that there are so few of them and the printing error both contribute to their worth. Similar to other collectibles, a stamp's condition is important. A stamp's value is likely to increase with its level of perfect condition. Number 4. Old magazines. Popular magazine vintage editions might easily fetch several hundred or even several $1,000s, depending on which ones you own. Old magazines can sell for anywhere from $5 to $20 for each copy, which isn't too bad if you're looking to get rid of some clutter in your house and earn a few bucks in the process. Why are antique magazines worth investing in? An antique magazine's worth is often determined by its age, scarcity, and state. For example, a magazine in near mint condition or pristine condition will probably be worth more than one with a creased or torn cover or missing pages. Additionally, out-of-print magazine versions could be valued more than current copies of a publication. Unexpectedly, one of the most valuable old periodicals may exist, the rarest edition of the Shadow No. One was sold for $156,000 in 2021, setting a record for the highest price paid for a pulp magazine. Number 3. Vintage furniture. Old furniture is usually prized for its age and fine craftsmanship. For example, a hand-carved bed frame is usually considered to be more valuable than one that is manufactured in large quantities in a factory. Some of the most expensive furniture belongs to a particular style, such as Rococo or Chippendale. What determines the value of antique furniture? Collectible furniture can also be linked to a specific designer or artistic trend. For example, well-made shaker furniture might easily fetch several hundred or even several $1,000s for each piece. Number 2. Jewelry. Due to their durability, jewelry and related goods like watches are excellent collectibles. Purchasing jewelry with a classic style and excellent craftsmanship increases the likelihood that it will last a lifetime. Necklaces, bracelets, brooches, rings, earrings, and pendants can be valued as collectibles. What constitutes valuable jewelry? The materials used to produce the piece, the creator or designer, and the object's age all affect how much jewelry is worth. A work may be valued more if the materials are rarer or the designer is more well-known. This also applies to jewelry set with diamonds or other precious stones. A stone may be worth more the larger it is and the higher its grade. Jewelry may be expensive, as anyone who has bought an engagement ring can attest. The jewelry items that are extremely rare or have historical significance are the most valuable. The Hope Diamond, the Cullinan Diamond, and the Koh-i-Noor Diamond are some of the most valuable jewels in the world. They are all thought to be valued at more than $100 million and are connected to royalty. Number 1. Vintage, classic, and antique automobiles. Cars and other vehicles that are antique, classic, or vintage may also prove to be extremely valuable since serious collectors often have a high demand for these products. What is my car's worth? Although you might be able to conduct some preliminary research using internet value tools for vintage, antique, and classic vehicles, it is an issue that a professional appraiser would probably need to address. Old cars. What makes them valuable? Antique, classic, and vintage car values can vary depending on several criteria, such as the age, mileage, and condition of the car. One more consideration for automobiles that have been rebuilt or restored is the amount of original parts that still exist. A 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 Solar Uhlenhaut Coupe is the most expensive vintage automobile, according to recent auctions. At an auction in 2022, the car went for $143 million at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.